One of my most favorite deli sandwiches is the Reuben. Now, if I wanted to make this for the whole family, it would be difficult because it's time-consuming and hard to get all the sandwiches hot on the table at the same time. So what if we deconstructed all the ingredients of a Reuben sandwich and turned it into a Reuben sandwich skillet bake? This is super easy and also full of supermarket shortcuts. Now we're going to begin with thawed diced hash browns. That's the foundation of this casserole, and it's really easy. So take these, slightly thawed, and get them into a mixing bowl. If they come mixed with bell pepper, that's fine. It just adds more flavor. So we'll go ahead and pop that into the mixing bowl. Then we're going to add a little bit of vegetable oil. Basically, we're going to pop this into the oven and just cook some of the water out of the potatoes. We'll add in some caraway seeds. Now, ordinarily, you find these seeds in the bread, but this is going to be in the skillet bake, and then later we'll top it with more of those. Add in some salt and some cracked black pepper. Now we'll give this a little simple stir, getting all of those spices and ingredients all incorporated with the hash browns. And these are starting to thaw ever so slightly, so that's fine. And then we want to get this mixture into a non-stick skillet. So let's pop this into our 12-inch skillet. Once I get that all inside the skillet, we'll give it a little smoothing because we want these to get nice and evenly cooked in the oven. Now this is going into a 400-degree oven for about 25 minutes. And then we'll pick up with the next step. Let's get it inside. So our potato hash browns are almost through baking, so let's get the other ingredients all together. Now the corned beef you're gonna pick up at the deli department of your local grocery store. Pick it up in slices and then rough chop it because we're going to layer this on top of the potatoes and then build the sandwich or the skillet bake in layers. So we're going to get this all taken care of. I did want to give you one other tip. A traditional Reuben sandwich calls for sauerkraut. Now, I personally find sauerkraut a little pungent. So we took some of that acidity and pungency out by rinsing the sauerkraut. You want to rinse it with water and squeeze it nice and tight over a colander or over the sink, and then you're going to take out some of that really strong flavor while still maintaining the texture and some of the salt bite. Then we picked up a supermarket shortcut of Thousand Island dressing, some shredded Swiss cheese, and more caraway seeds on top. Remember, caraway seeds are the seeds that would traditionally be in the sandwich bread. We're going to top the entire skillet with that. So we've got our ground beef, and you'll need about a pound, all sliced up. So let's go ahead and retrieve the skillet from the oven and start building this sandwich bake in layers. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Now these are not going to get crispy brown as much as they're going to get just a little dehydrated. You want to bake some of the water out of them and just warm them through. They've got the spices all mixed in and they're really beautiful. Now the first thing we're going to do is layer our cut corned beef. You know, corned beef is just beef that's been cured in a salt mixture. It's super tender, full of great flavor. And notice we're not adding any more salt to this because you're going to have plenty of salt in the corned beef. You're also going to have salt in the cheese, the Thousand Island dressing, as well as a little left in the sauerkraut. And don't be afraid to use your fingers. I always say your hands are the best tools in the kitchen. And then we're going to top that with the sauerkraut. Let's get our sauerkraut all around. We'll use a spatula to spread this out because you want a nice layer. You want to make sure that every scoop of the casserole tastes just like the sandwich. All right, and then we're going to drizzle on our Thousand Island dressing. Now you can do this right out of the bottle. You can put it in a bowl, whatever's easiest for you. But this is going to add some creaminess and great flavor. Now the recipe calls to drizzle this. I like to put it all over the top and then just smooth it very gently with my spatula. And then we'll just come in and give that a nice smoothing. So again, you're getting each flavor in every bite of the casserole, just like you were biting into the sandwich. Then we're going to take our shredded cheese. Be generous with this. I mean, this is a skillet bake after all, so you want to make sure that you've got lots of cheese. It'll turn nice and brown and get gooey and be perfect. And then finally, the caraway seeds that would ordinarily be in the sandwich bread for a Reuben, we're going to sprinkle right on top. So we'll use our fingers to evenly sprinkle these, sprinkle them up high so you get nice even distribution of the seeds. Be careful not to dump these on because they can all congregate in one place, and you don't want that. You want them nice and evenly distributed. It's that easy, and supermarket shortcuts make it even faster. Now we're going to pop this back into the oven, let this cook through for about 15 to 20 minutes. That'll give time for all the ingredients to get nice and warm and for the cheese to get nice and gooey and melty. Well, it's been about 15 to 20 minutes and smells like a deli restaurant in here. Let's go to the oven and get my Reuben sandwich skillet bake. Oh, it smells perfect and looks great, all melty and yummy. Let's bring this out. All those caraway seeds have melted into the cheese, and we built everything in layers, just like a Reuben sandwich. So let's go ahead and serve some of this up. This way everyone gets a hot Reuben sandwich at the same time. Oh, looks and smells terrific. Get ourselves a little bite. Make sure we get some of the sauerkraut, the corned beef, the cheese, the potatoes. Tangy and delicious and just the right balance. This is something the whole family will love. If you love a Reuben sandwich, you'll love the Reuben Sandwich Skillet Bake.